The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
There we go. Okay, now you should be able to hear my voice. Weird technical difficulties. Okay. Cool. Alright. The background you select will determine which 6 distinct opening stories you will play through. It also affects how characters respond to you throughout the game. I'll be a girl. So we've got human, elf, and dwarf. So we've got human, the most numerous, yet the most divided of all 3 races. Only 4 times have they ever united under a single cause, the last being centuries ago. Religion and chantry play a large part in human society. It distinguishes them culturally from elves and dwarves more than anything else. Humans can be warriors, rogues, or mages. Once enslaved by humans, most elves have all but lost their culture, scrounging and impoverished living in the slums of human cities. Only the nomadic Dalish tribes still cling to their traditions, living by the bow and the rule of their old gods as they roam the ancient forests. Welcome nowhere else, elves can be warriors, rogues, or mages. Oh, each have racial benefits. Humans' racial benefits: 1 strength, 1 dexterity, 1 magic, 1 cunning. Elves, 2 willpower and 2 magic. Dwarves, 1 strength, 1 dexterity, 2 constitution, and 10% chance to resist hostile magic. Rigidly bound by caste and tradition, the dwarves have been waging a losing war for generations, trying to protect the last stronghold of their once vast underground empire from the Darkspawn. Dwarves are very tough and have a high resistance to all forms of magic, thus preventing them from becoming mages. I think I'll be a dwarf. I'm thinking either dwarf or elf. I'll be an elf. I changed my mind. Let's see what we have here. Warrior. Warriors are powerful fighters, focusing on melee and ranged weapons to deal with their foes. They can withstand and deliver a great deal of punishment, and have a strong understanding of tactics and strategy. Specializations for a warrior include Berserker, Templar, Champion, and Reaver. Wielding a power as dangerous as it is potent, you know that magic is a curse for those lacking the will to control it. You anxiously await your harrowing, the one chance to prove yourself against the demons lurking within and without. Succeed or be slaughtered by the knights who ward against your kind. Oh. Huh. Interesting. Oops. Or rogue. Rogues are skilled adventurers who come from all walks of life. All rogues possess some skill in picking locks and spotting traps. making them valuable assets to any party. Tactically, they are not ideal for frontline fighters, but if rogues can circle around behind their target, they can backstab to devastating effects. Rogue specializations are Ranger, Bard, Duelist, and Assassin. Willpower and Cunning. Maybe it'll just be the stereotypical elf. Archer. Ranger. So let's see. So I could be... Oh, I was reading the Magi. Okay. Mage. As dangerous as it is potent, magic is a curse for those lacking the will to wield it. Malevolent spirits that wish to enter the world of the living are drawn to mages like beacons, putting a mage and everyone nearby in constant danger. Because of this, mages lead lives of isolation, locked away from the world they threaten. Specializations include Spirit Healer, Shapeshifter, Arcane Warrior, and Blood Mage. Yeah, I take it back. That sounds badass. Can you get a different backstory if you're... No, you're always a Magi. Yeah, I'll be an Elf Magi. Sounds cool. Or what are the other... You could be a human noble. Oh, so you're always a noble. That's kind of sad. You're either a Dalish elf or a city elf. Or you can be a dwarf fighter, which is a commoner or a noble. You can choose. You can be the child of the Dwarven King. Huh. God, these all sound so interesting. Maybe I'll have to play through this game multiple times. I'll stick to the Elf Magi for now. I want to be a shapeshifter.
Greetings.
Oh no, I have to choose things, make choices. We can be old woman. Or I could be young woman. You know, I haven't really played as an old character before. I won't play as a slightly old character. Let's see. Hair. Oh, wait, this is still skin. Blush color. I don't even know what that means. Oh, there's very slight differences on her cheek right there. Oh, blush intensity. I see. Could have her rosy cheeks. It's got a skin rash. Nah, she can just be slightly sunburnt. Alright, lip color. Little... Just go natural. Yeah. Or maybe, Right here looks like a necromancer. Maybe we'll do red. A little red. Lip intensity. She's got intense lips. Go a little red. Yeah. Eyeshadow. Was that why her eyes look so sunken? Make her a little gothic. Perfect. Purple looks kind of cool. Let me bring down the intensity a little bit though. And tattoos. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna deal with that. That looks kind of cool. I'll make her eyes a little more intense if we're going with that. It's looking fancy. Tattoo color. Oh. I think the black looks good. Yeah. Alright, hair. I kind of like the disheveled, kind of crazy look going on. I like her. Hair color. Be the red woman. Oh, she's looking a little evil. It's okay if she's a little evil. Okay, nice bushy eyebrows. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do red or black. Give me 1 second to my one viewer, which I'm pretty sure is a bot. Yeah. Alright, back to this. Eyes. Let's look at my eyes. Perfect. No, I kind of want to make her a little more. We'll take down the eye size a little bit. There we go. Nose. Can I bring it up a little more? Yeah. There we go. I kind of like the original nose, actually. Yeah. I can't really see her ears, so I'm just guessing. Oh, you can change the portrait? Oh, that's so cool. I love that. That's awesome. Perfect.
I have lost concentration.
How do you do? Greetings.
Greetings.
Charmed. Greetings.
Ugh, my spell. Ugh, weapon does nothing. You're in my way.
Greetings.
No, it's gone. I should do something else. I need buy, please.
Greetings.
Well, that didn't work. I need some other attack. Move aside. Greetings.
I cannot cast it. This weapon does nothing. I must get by.
There you... Charmed.
It didn't work.
Oh, bother. I need something new.
Move aside, please.
How do you do?
Damn, lost the spell. This is not good. Coming through.
Greetings.
Ugh, my spell.
Noria. Your good old Noria. Well, I wanted to change your class, but if I have to... I wish there was a way I could just save all these settings. If I just take a picture of all of them. Didn't change the nose very much. I think I do want to be a Dalish rogue. Proud of your role as one of the few true elves, you have always assumed you would spend your life with your tribe, till a chance encounter with a relic of your people's past threatens to tear you away from everything you have ever known. So I could be a warrior. Just go stab stab. Or a rogue. I'll be true.
Greetings. Greetings.
Alright, time to bring up everything I just took pictures of. Let's see, so we have skin at about here. Here. We had this at there. This was about here. Eyes. Or not eyes. That was about there. Lip color was over here. Lip intensity was almost non-existent. Eyeshadow color was here, I think. Yeah, purple. And then the intensity was all the way up. She had this. Oh, the tattoos are different. Oh, that changes things. That's why she looked so magey. That's cool. What are the colors for the tattoos? I don't really like the colors. Oops. I'm gonna go one below. No, I'm gonna do the full thing. Yeah, I'll do the full thing. I feel like she deserves to be slightly different because of her background. I feel like dark hair would be good on her because she's a shadowy rogue. She looks younger. I'm gonna give her very dainty features this time. There we go. Bigger eyes. She looks much younger. Alrighty, Archer. You are gonna be wise.
I have lost concentration. I should do something else. I need Vi, please.
Lina's a good name. Okay. Strength measures a character's physical prowess and directly affects the damage a character deals in physical combat. It also contributes to the accuracy of melee attacks. High strength is essential for warriors, in particular if they wish to hold two-handed weapons, and is nearly as critical for rogues. Oh. So strength is critical. Dexterity is a measurement of agility, reflexes, and balance. Higher dexterity improves a character's chances to hit, making a character more likely to dodge. Makes a character more likely to dodge incoming blows, and contributes to the damage dealt by piercing weapons like daggers or arrows. Archery and dual weapon fighting styles demand high dexterity to master, making this attribute a favorite for rogues. Willpower is a character's determination and mental fortitude. With high willpower, mages can cast more spells thanks to the deeper mana pool. For warriors and rogues, willpower grants more stamina for combat techniques and special attacks. Magic is the measure of the character's natural affinity. For the arcane, this attribute is crucial for mages since it directly increases the character's spell power score, which determines the potency of all skills. The magic attribute also determines how effective potions, poultices, and salves are for all classes. Cunning determines how well a character learns and reasons. Most skills such as herbalism or combat tactics require a quick mind to master, and an observant eye can more easily find weaknesses in enemies' armor. Rogue benefits most from the statistic, as many of their class abilities and special attacks rely on subtlety rather than reading the target, not raw strength. Constitution represents health and resilience. Higher constitution directly increases the amount of damage a character can take before falling on the battlefield. Okay, so I'll give 1 to cunning. I'll give 2 to cunning, 2 to dexterity, and 1 to strength. One skill. Trap making, stealing, coercion, I already know poison making. Okay. Combat training. Combat tactics. I'll do coercion. Below the belt. The rogue delivers a swift and unsportsmanlike kick to the target, dealing normal combat damage as well as imposing penalties to defense and movement speed unless the target passes a physical resistance check. All rogues have some understanding of opening locks and spotting traps, but particularly dexterous hands and a steady grip give the character a bonus when picking locks and disarming traps. The character's cunning score also contributes to these scores. The rogue has learned to fade from view. Although perceptive enemies may not be fooled, taking any action beyond movement, including engaging in combat or using items, will still attract attention. If the rogue initiates combat while still stealth, the first strike is an automatic critical hit or backstab. Well, I kind of want to be a ranger. That requires combat training. Hold on. Alright, well, that answers that. Archery. Experience fighting in tight quarters has taught the archer to fire without interruption, even when being attacked. A melee archer? Shot to the target's legs disables the foe, putting the target in place unless it passes a physical resistance check and slowly move. Rapid shot. Speed wins over power while this mode is active, as the archer fires more rapidly but without any chance of inflicting regular critical hits. Master Archer increases the rate of fire farther still. Huh. I guess I'll do melee archer and rapid shot. No. And stealth. Well, yeah, and stealth. Normal difficulty. Okay.
You were born amidst the Dalish elves, noble wanderers who refused to join the society of humans that subjugated their homeland so long ago. The Dalish travel the land in tightly knit clans, struggling to maintain their half-forgotten lore in a human world that fears and despises them. You spend your time hunting with your clanmate Tamlin in the forests, and as is sometimes the case, your quarry is not always the local wildlife.
It's a Dalish!
And you three are somewhere you shouldn't be.
Let us pass, Elf. You have no right to stop us.
No? We will see about that, won't we? You're just in time. I found these humans lurking in the bushes. Bandits, no doubt.
We aren't bandits, I swear. Please don't hurt us.
You Shemlin are pathetic. It's hard to believe you ever drove us from our homeland.
We've never done nothing to you, Dalish. We didn't even know this forest was yours.
This forest isn't ours, fool. You've stumbled too close to our camp. You Shems are like vermin. We can't trust you not to make mischief. What do you say, Lethaline? What should we do with them? Does it matter? Hunting or banditry, we'll need to move camp if we let them live.
Look, we didn't come here to be trouble. We just found a cave.
Yes, a cave. With ruins like I've never seen. We thought there might be,
Treasure? So you're more akin to thieves than actual bandits.
If you've been there, you should have treasure to prove it.
But I have proof. Here, we found this just inside the entrance.
This stone has carvings. Is this Elvish? Written Elvish?
There's more in the ruins. We didn't get very far in, though. There was a demon. It was huge with black eyes. Thank the Maker we were able to outrun it.
A demon. Where is this cave?
Just off the west, I think. There's a cave in the rock face and a huge hole just inside.
Well, do you trust them? Shall we let them go?
frightened them enough, they won't bother us.
Run along then, Shems. And don't come back until we Dalish have moved on.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, shall we see if there's any truth to this story? These carvings make me curious.
I'm also really curious.
And if we find anything,
Sounds like a good idea. Alright, this game can be played from a variety of Oh shit. While paused, you can issue orders from your character. Right click on your desired destination. Your character will now has a move order. You can issue orders in real time or while pausing. Press space to unpause. Huh. Alrighty. So there's a demon, huh? Oh, I can just WASD. Well, that makes things easier. Inventory and equipment. To equip items, you'll need to open the inventory screen. To do so, okay. To unequip, drag an item from the icon to the left side of the screen back into your inventory. To equip, drag items from your inventory directly onto your character. For easy access to consumable items, place them on the quick bar. Why paused? Wolves and dead something. Oh, that's loud. I need to change that. Force stereo sound?
It is begun.
Well, that was eventful.
I shall do it.
Dead Holla. My codex. What's my codex? That be in my journal? Oh, I didn't even realize that was unlocked. Or that was locked. Codex. There we go. Oh, so it was there. Culture and history. Oh, that's a lot. There are places in the Brazilian forest where the veil is so thin the difference between awake and dreaming is next to nothing. In one such place, a wood shaper was born under the unfortunate stars that his mother named him Abelas, which means sorrow, and he lived up to his name. He could keep no apprentices, and lost his stock of bows on mishap after mishap, until finally he had nothing. The rest of the clan began to fear that his ill luck would harm them too, and whispered among themselves of casting him out. Abelas heard them and resolved to change his luck, and so went into the forest alone to seek a suitable tree from which to make bows. At last he spied a young rowan growing beside a stream. He drew his axe, and the tree cried out in fear, begging to be spared. But Abelas said, "If I do not take your life, mine will surely end." With 2 strokes he felled the tree. From the river he made the finest 3 bows he had ever crafted. Pleased, Abelas returned to camp and gave his bows to the hunters at once. By nightfall, however, the camp was in an uproar. The hunters had returned with braces of hares, which, when cut open, revealed only worms and sawdust. The elder said it was a sign. The hunters had robbed some spirit of its host, for it is well known that spirits do not go about the waking world on their own, but inhabit other creatures' bodies. The elder worked a charm to banish the spirit back to the Fade, and the clan went to sleep hungry. The next day the hunters brought back a doe, and again the beast bled sawdust. Now the clan began to fear the spirit would starve them, and wondered what they had done to deserve it. Abelas came forward then and told of the rowan tree. The elder considered for a long time before declaring that they must replace what Abelas had taken from the spirit. So he sent the hunters to dig up a rowan sapling and bring it, living, to the camp. There the elder ordered the sapling planted and appealed to the spirit for forgiveness. There was a terrible sound then, as if the whole forest were crying out in protest. Darkness fell upon the camp, though it was just past midday, and when the darkness passed, a rowan grove, every tree bearing a frozen face of a terrified elf, stood where the camp had been. From then on it was forbidden in every clan to cut living trees in the Brazilian forest. The spirits know nothing of forgiveness. Huh. So they must only cut dead trees? In time, the human empires will crumble. We have seen it happen countless times. Until then, we wait. We keep to the wild borderlands. We raise Hala and build our revels, and present a moving target to the humans around us. We try to keep hold of the old ways, to relearn what was forgotten. We call to the ancient gods, although they do not answer, and have not heard us since before the fall of our Lathian, so that one day we might remember us. Algarnon, the eldest of the sun, and he who overthrew his father, Mythical the protector, Fenharel the dread wolf, Andruil the huntress, Felondin the friend of the dead, Dirthamin the keeper of secrets, Gilannin Nain, the mother of Hala, June, the master of crafts, and Siles, the hearthkeeper. We gather every 10 years for the Arlathuan to retell the ancient stories and keep them alive. For when the human kingdoms are gone, we must be ready to teach the others what it means to be elves. Oh. Huh. Though armor provides great protection, safety comes at a price. Anything heavier than regular clothing causes fatigue, which increases the mana or stamina cost of spells and talents by percentage. Sturdy armors like plate carry more of a penalty than lightweight leathers, but some talents, like the warrior's powerful, can reduce the effect of fatigue. Inventory is divided in two sections: equipped items for the selected character on the left and shared party inventory on the right. Your journal tracks updates, your current objectives, quests. The bottom of the journal screen to make active button lets you designate what quest you're currently working on, which activates arrows on the map and the game. Sustained abilities preserve mana or stamina when they're activated and remain on until deactivated or the character runs out of mana or stamina. Most sustained abilities have a fatigue penalty, increasing the cost to activate subsequent spells. If you encountered a locked object, you might be able to pick a lock if your skill is high enough, or you might need to locate a key through adventure or negotiation. Plot helpers are markers on the current map that indicate where to go. Did I just skip most of these tutorial things? Deep mushroom. Those can be made into poison.
This must be the cave. I don't recall seeing this before, do you? Always the careful one. Fine. But I'm not running back until I know there's something worth making a fuss over. Come on, let's at least see what's there. How dangerous could it be?
Why are you so bloody?
It looks like the Shem was telling the truth. But these ruins look more human than elven.
A short bow. Oh no. Why is there an elven bow in a cocoon? Is that the same? Don't like that hissing sound. Oh, hello. No creature is more revered by the Dalish than the Hala. No other animal has a god of its own. These white stags are much larger than the ordinary deer, and the Dalish Hala keepers carve their antlers as they grow, making them curve into intricate designs. In ancient times, these stags were elven knights into combat, but since the fall of the Dales, they are used less as mounts and more to pull aravels. Giant spiders tend to appear in ruins of old, and other places where the veil has become thin because of magical disturbances or a great number of deaths. In such places, spirits and demons pass into the world of the living and attempt to take control over living beings, spiders among them. Not all scholars accept this explanation for the presence of these beasts, however. Some claim that the thinning veil allows magic to leak from the Fade, tainting such creatures as these spiders to transform them into larger and more potent creatures than they ever would have become naturally. While such spiders are known to possess powerful poisons and the ability to fling their webs at opponents in combat, studies of them have been few, and the full range of their abilities are unknown. Well, I don't like that. It is rather unfair, the reputation that the wolf possesses in Ferelden. For a people that so clearly adore their hounds, Fereldens simultaneously harbor a distrust of wolves that borders on the unreasonable. Unreasonable, that is, if one were not familiar with the ancient legends regarding werewolves. There was a time in Ferelden's past when demons inhabited the bodies of wolves in great numbers, causing the wars against werewolves and spreading a great deal of fear and panic. The werewolves were slain, but even today the noble wolf is still looked upon with distrust. An attack by wolves upon civilized folk happened rarely, often only in times of desperation, and even then only when the wolves have the advantage of numbers. This can change during a blight, when darkspawn rise into the surface of their presence dramatically alters the savage nature of normal beasts. In Blight's past, as the corruption of the darkspawn spread throughout the wilder areas of Thedas, it would infect the animals found there, and the more powerful of them would survive and be transformed to a more vicious and dangerous beast. The Blight Wolf is one such example, mad with the pain of its infection, and only through the overriding command of the Darkspawn does it still retain some semblance of its pack instincts. Blight Wolves are always found in large groups, and will tend to overwhelm a single threat, target if they can, using their numbers to their advantage. It is fortunate that these creatures rarely survive their corruption for very long. Oh, a dagger. Can I use that? Oh, I can only have a dagger or a bow. That's stupid. I'll keep the bow. These are medium gloves. I can sell these. I want to stay light. Here. There's spiders here, I know it. There's gonna be more spiders, I know it. I'm guessing they're on the other side of the door. What if you go the other way?
It's
the trap.
Poison. Oop. Oh, did I destroy it? No, I did not. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Oh, is this one better? Is Ash better than Elm? It is. A little bit. It's bigger.
Look there.
Ow.
Time for a little fun. Prepare to die.
So many spiders. Let's heal. Does that heal you too?
This place makes me nervous.
I'll be right back. because I'm now eating, I recommend skipping this part of the stream because I'm going to be quiet and mute my mic while playing the game. Okay, bye bye.
I'm not sure. This looks like a very old human place. Why would they build this? And why would elven artifacts be here? Maybe some of our ancestors lived here, in caves, like the dwarves. I'll stick to roaming the land myself. The Keeper said it took a long time for slavery to erase our ancestors' history. Maybe whoever lived here still wrote and spoke Elven. It does feel sinister here, doesn't it? Well, whatever it is, it won't stop me. A Dalish hunter fears nothing.
It's a trap. Look there, a cunning trap. I shall do it. Very well.
Can't believe this. You recognize this statue, don't you? Back when our people lived in Arlathan, statues like these honored the creators. When the Shems enslaved us, much of that lore was lost. This looks like human architecture, with the statue of our people. Can these ruins date back to the time of Arlathan? I'd never have guessed ancient elves might have lived here, with humans. This place makes me nervous. I saw a picture of it in one of those old books the Keeper never lets anyone touch. It was one of the old gods. The Keeper called him a friend of the dead. He was a guide who took people across the Spirit Land to their final rest in the Beyond. But he wasn't an evil god, not like Fen'Harel, the Great Wolf. It doesn't seem right that a place so wrong would be his. Aren't you curious? We could be discovering our history. Minstrels will write songs about us. If I were to bring some valuable ancestral artifact back to the Keeper, she might forgive me for... well, you know. Of course. You know I'd do anything for you. At any rate, I wasn't expecting this place to feel quite like this. Maybe this wasn't the best idea. This place makes me nervous. I suppose so. Hey, weren't you supposed to be assisting Master Verathorn today? How did you end up coming with me? I thought that might be the case. I'm glad. Let's just find whatever's here and get out. We can talk later. Looks like the Shem was telling the truth. But these ruins look more human than elven.
It is begun. It is begun. It's a trap. I shall do it. It shall be done. As you say. shall do it. It is begun. Look there, a cunning trap. Don't be a fool! Quickly, we must fight! More the fool! There is no glory in bloodshed.
We did it!
It shall be done.
I can't believe this. You recognize this statue, don't you? Back when our people lived in Arlathan, statues like these honored the creators. When the Shems enslaved us, much of that lore was lost. This looks like human architecture, with the statue of our people. Can these ruins date back to the time of Arlathan? Yes, time and decay take their toll. Still, there's bound to be something of value. This place makes me nervous. I saw a picture of it in one of those old books the Keeper never lets anyone touch. It was one of the old gods. The Keeper called him a friend of the dead. He was a guide who took people across the Spirit Land to their final rest in the beyond. But he wasn't an evil god, not like Fen'Harel, the Great Wolf. It doesn't seem right that a place so wrong would be his. Aren't you curious? We could be discovering our history. Minstrels will write songs about us. If I were to bring some valuable ancestral artifact back to the Keeper, she might forgive me for, well, you know. Because I was caught and wouldn't give up any names. Of course she was angry with me. At any rate, I wasn't expecting this place to feel quite like this. Maybe this wasn't the best idea. This place makes me nervous. I suppose so. Hey, weren't you supposed to be assisting Master Varathorn today? How did you end up coming with me? I thought that might be the case. I'm glad. Let's just find whatever's here and get out. We can talk later.
I shall do it.
The place is haunted. This place makes me nervous. Harren Pyval once said that in places where many people died, it can become Seth and Aeron, a land of waking dreams. The veil becomes weak and spirits slip into our world. Then they possess corpses and walk around. It's hard to imagine anything else could live here with these creatures. Still, worse things may be ahead. This place reeks of something wrong. Can you feel it? Let's press on. I want to know how our people were involved with this. I'm no storyteller. All I remember of the Harren's tales is that a veil separates our world from the spirit world. He said that spirits are jealous of us, and always try to steal our souls. They want to be like us so badly, they'll even possess our dead, which drives them insane. But for them to enter our world, the veil must be weak. Is that why this place feels so strange? Neither do I. I'm not sure. This looks like a very old human place. Maybe some of our ancestors lived here, in caves, like the dwarves. I'll stick to roaming the land. She takes any opportunity to gather elven lore. When the clans come together, they exchange whatever they found. She shouldn't come without hunters to guard her, though. The air here feels so sinister. Well, whatever it is, it won't stop me. A Dalish hunter fears nothing.
As you say. More the fools, Faye. I shall do it. Damn you! Quickly, we must fight! There is no glory in bloodshed. Now we do battle! Very well.
By the creators! What was that thing? This place makes me nervous. Lead on, Lethalon. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the writing says. Maybe, but she's not here to help us. Odd that it isn't broken like everything else. Especially with that bear lumbering around in here. I wonder what this writing is for. Maybe this isn't... Hey, did you see that? I think something moved inside the mirror. Hold on, I just want to know what it is. Don't you see it? There it is again. Can you feel that? I think it knows we're here. I just need to take a closer look. It's showing me places. I can see some kind of city. Underground. And there's a great blackness. It saw me. Help! I can't look away!
Can you hear me? I am very sorry.
You're awake. You've the god's own luck, Lethalon. You're back at camp. Everyone is worried sick about you. How do you feel? We don't know. The Shem who brought you here saw no sign of him. He was a Grey Warden and appeared out of nowhere with you slung over his shoulder. You were delirious with fever. He said that he found you outside a cave in the forest, unconscious and alone. He left you here and ran off again. The Keeper's been using the old magic to heal you. Of course. Most of the hunters are off looking for him right now. But the Keeper wanted to talk to you as soon as you awoke. Stay here. I'll get her.
I see you are awake, Dahlan. It is fortunate Duncan found you when he did. I know not what dark power held you, but it nearly bled the life from you.
She looks like
me. It was difficult even for my magic to keep you alive. Do not worry, Dahlan. Even I might have been intrigued enough by such a cave to explore it further. Duncan thought there may have been darkspawn creatures inside the cave. Is that true? Walking corpses? Dark magic, but not darkspawn. I know not what the other creatures might have been. What else did you find? What is the last thing you remember? A mirror. And it caused all this? I have never heard of such a thing in all the lore we have collected. I was hoping for answers when you woke, but there are only more questions. And Tamlin remains missing. He is more important than any lore in these ruins. If he is as sick as you were, his condition is grave. Duncan returned to the cave to search for Darkspawn, but we cannot rely on him to look for Tamlin as well. We must go ourselves, and quickly. Do you feel well enough to show us the way, Dahlan? Without you, we will not find it. I am relieved to hear it. I am ordering the clan to pack the camp so we can go north. Take Merrill with you to the cave. Find Tamlin if you can, but do it swiftly. I would be lying if I said I was not. But whatever knowledge lies in that cave is not worth our children. I send you back with hopes of finding Tamlin, and that is all. If there is any truth to what Duncan said, then Darkspawn may show up in these parts soon. We must get away from that horde. But that is not our only concern. Did you encounter any other humans out in the forest? Although you hurt no one, these humans roused their nearby village against us. As everywhere, our people are not welcome here. We have stayed too long, and we must move on, quickly. Merrill knows a degree of my magic. Tamlin's chances of surviving the journey back are greater with her help. I also wish for Merrill to see this cave and mirror. She has a sense for these things, and could shed light on the nature of this illness. You recovered, and Merrill will too. Still, be careful. Should you come upon this strange mirror again, do not touch it. Go quickly, for Tamlin's life hangs in the balance. When Tamlin's life is at stake? Oh, very well. Not quite, Dylan. After they defeated the Darkspawn long ago, the Grey Warden's numbers diminished greatly over the centuries. It seems the humans have little use for them if Darkspawn aren't actively raising their lambs. I suppose the thought of Darkspawn returning one day did not occur to them. He said he had been looking for our clan and had a hint of our whereabouts. As I said, you were fortunate. It is possible he sought a volunteer to join their order. He seemed honorable, and his care for your safety speaks well of him. I trust my judgment. They are the best and most noble of all races, Dalen. Few can achieve their standards. Then do not tarry. Find Tamlin quickly. Remember that Tamlin needs your help. They destroyed the last horde of Darkspawn to threaten the surface centuries ago. It doesn't mean they extinguished them all.
I think the cave is
Darkspawn are
Darkspawn.
savage, uncultured creatures. More akin to locusts than men. They may have befouled the cave, but they did not build what is there. From the Warden's description, it may have been a temple devoted to an old god. Should we return, I may see it for myself.
Why did the Grey Warden think I had met a Darkspawn?
Darkspawn are filthy, diseased beasts that taint the very air around them. The Grey Warden seemed to think your illness came from this taint. Since you did not meet any Darkspawn, I don't see how that could be. No doubt he was mistaken.
What is a Darkspawn exactly? I've never seen one before.
They are mostly boogeymen, used to frighten human children. In modern times, they are rarely seen on surface lands. But rumor holds that great numbers dwell in the ancient tunnels of the Draganlan, the dwarves. They obliterate all that is in their path. Like a plague of locusts, they spread disease and misery when they come to the surface. An event to be feared, without doubt.
Could that bear-like monster have been a Darkspawn?
The old tomes say Darkspawn come in as many varieties as surface creatures. They also say that many Darkspawn are seen only during what the humans call a blight. Perhaps your bear monster was one of those.
I have no more questions.
Then do not tarry. Find Tamlin quickly. Master Island can help you. Go to him and ask to see his stock.
Goodbye. Who? You?
Is the Keeper sending you back to that cave to look for Tamlin? I want to go with you. Keeper Marathari probably won't approve, but I can help find Tamlin. Tamlin's my friend too. I want to help find him. If Meryl can risk it, so can I.
Okay.
Good. I'll follow you. Just to make sure Meryl doesn't go running to the Keeper when you tell her I'm coming.
Hey, he's coming with me.
So you have returned to us, Dalen. We are grateful you're whole and well. The Shemlen, eh? And I suppose the Shemlen dragged you into that cave, twisted your arms to prevent you from coming to tell the Keeper of it first?
Aw, piss off. You're right, we should have
I
come back
suppose
here
your youth
first.
can be forgiven. Sadly, Tamlin pays the price. Losing you would be a terrible crime, Dalen. You belong to more than just yourself, or do you not remember?
I'm sorry, what?
Let us tell these children of the fall of the Dales. You can honor me by sharing in the telling. Come then. Help me as I go along. Children, hear of the fall of the Dales. Hear the tale of what makes you Dalish. Would you care to begin, Dalen?
Long ago, we were slaves to the
Yes,
humans.
slaves to a terrible empire. The humans built on the darkest magic. When it fell, we became free. We built a homeland in the Dales, worshipping the creators, and rebuilding the culture and history we lost in our long years of slavery.
But the humans wouldn't
They
let
were
us be.
resentful, because we would not worship their gods, and because we put our people first. Over the years, their nations grew cold toward the Dales. In their eyes, we were blasphemers and cruel tyrants.
Then the humans declared war on the Dales. Then, some kind of war?
And so the Dales fell. They took our lands and dispersed our people, forcing us to live in their cities and abandon our gods. But many of us refused to relinquish our ways. We instead chose to scatter to the winds, wandering the lands.
Not to mention the Shamlin spinning smell terrible.
All right, that's quite enough out of you. To survive and preserve our culture, the clans stay apart until the day the Elvenon have a homeland once more. We shall then return the old ways to those of our people who have lost them. We are the Dalish, keepers of the lost lore, walkers of the lonely path.
We are last Elvennon. Never shall we submit.
The oath of the Dales, and no smart-mouthed comment. Thank the creators for small mercies. I will let you get back to your tasks. I pray you find Tamlin quickly. Only that they eat living flesh, and lurk in underground tunnels, once ruled by the Durgenlen, the dwarves. In the last blight long ago, the Grey Wardens all but wiped them out. Should they return, all races will shudder.
I'd like to hear
Now
more
that's
about
something
history.
I rarely hear. Of course.
Tell me about our
Ah,
life.
yes. The Lost City. Before the Shemlen enslaved us, even before they came to this part of the world, our people lived in glorious Arlathan. Legends say that our ancestors were immortal, and we possessed magic the Shemlen could only dream of.
Do notebooks record our
When the
history?
humans enslaved us, they took away our language, our history, and our immortality. We quickened to the pace of life, and retained nothing of ourselves. We were slaves for so long, that even when we became free, there was little for us to recover. If books still exist, I do not know of them.
Why do the Shems allow us to exist if they hate us so much?
Perhaps they have no choice. Dalish clans are scattered to the winds and rarely gather, which makes us difficult for any organized effort to destroy. And why bother? We have nothing they want. No land, no treasure, and we always move on, allowing no one to grow too angry with us. Some might see this as cowardly, but we are proud. We are the last and we will survive.
Happened to the elves that didn't join the
They
Dalish?
remain in human cities, forgetting all they once had. We call them Flat Ears, but they differ little from their Shemlin masters. A few may return, but we must accept that they know nothing of the lore, or why we keep it.
Do you think we'll ever find another homeland?
We can hope to find a new home one day, where the Dalish and the Flat Ears will build a land greater even than Arlathan. We shall teach the Flat Ears the lore they lost, and perhaps they will teach us to understand the Shemlin at last. That is the only way we shall truly live in peace.
Thank you.
Then I'm sure you have much to do, unless you've other questions.
What about
The one who
Grey
brought you back? Very little. He seemed decent enough as humans go. As for Grey Wardens, they're heroes without a doubt. Members of our own clan joined their ranks in ages past. I've never heard of such a thing. But in the days of ancient Arlathan, we lived free and spread far across the continent. We were as varied as the Shemlin, though fewer in number. Perhaps some of us lived in caves then, but all knowledge from that era is lost. Of course. May the gods guide your path, Dalen.
Bye-bye. Who do I talk to buy supplies? Get the pretty.
Anithara, it's good to see you recovered. They fare well. The Keeper called for the clan to move on, and they will be ready to take us. One is heavy with calf, but it shouldn't be a problem. May I ask of Tamlin's fate? Some say the clan will leave before we find him. The Hala mourn our fallen. No sound is more heart-wrenching than their mourning cry. At least they won't be crying over you. They are quite fond of you.
They're your friends then?
They're more friends than servants. We do not dominate them as the Shemlin do their horses and dogs. At any rate, I do not envy the Keeper's decision. I'll pray for Tamlin's safe return. Anithara, it's good to see you recovered. They fare well. The Keeper called for the clan to move on, and they will be ready to take us. One is heavy with calf, but it shouldn't be a problem. May I ask of Tamlin's fate? Some say the clan will leave before we find him.
I won't allow
the
that to
Hala
happen.
mourn our fallen. No sound is more heart-wrenching than their mourning cry. At least they won't be crying over you. They are quite fond of you.
Oh, they're beautiful creatures.
I admire them for their strength and pride. They are equals, not servants like the Shemlin horses. At any rate, I do not envy the Keeper's decision. I'll pray for Tamlin's safe return.
They are very pretty. Oh. This broken, moss-covered statue once represented Galanine, the elven goddess of guides and navigation. To the Dalish, she is known,
as you say,
as the mother of the Hala. The deer.
The Keeper told me I'm to accompany you back to those caves. As her apprentice, I may see something you missed. But our main objective is to find Tamlin, of course. We must make haste. He may not have much time. That depends on the Keeper. I thought we're supposed to go alone. You said the cave is a dangerous place. You want to risk Fenrir getting hurt, or worse?
I should decide whether I'm willing to risk it or not.
Go tell the Keeper that, then. Fine, but if the Keeper gets angry, it's on your head. So that's settled. Are you ready to go? Then let us make haste while daylight lasts.
Off we go. Oh wait, I forgot to go get supply. Oh well. Careful, there's wolves.
More fiends ahead!
Where? Oh.
No!
Kill them! Is that all you got?
What were those things? Were those Darkspawn? I've never seen anything like them. You can smell the evil on them. Where did they come from? Were they here before? Or he followed them. And why would he? Well, we'll find out soon enough. Let's hope we don't find any more of these monsters. Before we go, are you all right? Were you hurt during the fight?
You do look quite pale now that Meryl's mentioned it.
You do look pretty pale.
Nothing. Forget I said anything. Let's go.
Okay. I think I forgot to change my skin color. That's why I look pale.
I wonder whose camp this is. Do you remember it being here? The Grey Warden said he was returning to the cave. Perhaps this is his camp. If so, he's not here now. We've seen no sign of Tamlin. Maybe we should... Wait. Do you hear that? Exactly. The forest is too... still. Something's in the air. Something unnatural. And now it's affecting the forest? Maybe that mirror unleashed some kind of sickness. That would not be good.
That's an understatement.
The sooner we find this cave and Tamlin, the sooner we can leave. Take us there quickly.
Okay, let's go. Time for everyone to die.
I shall do it. Don't give them the advantage! Now we should battle! Missed! Must fight, let us do it quickly!
So is Fenrir now a melee? I thought he was using his bow before. Strange.
So these are the ruins. Interesting. They're definitely of human origin, yet elven artifacts are scattered amongst them. Nothing explains the monsters, though. But we must find Tamlin, or what's left of him. I can't imagine he's still alive with those creatures about.
Oh, you're talking to me. But you don't know. Shut up.
You're right. We should explore farther before I go on about my fears. I'm sorry.
Well, that body wasn't there before.
It's a trap.
Smack him.
I shall do it. It is begun.
What? Traps?
I'm not going down easily!
For the jail!
I shall do it.
Away with you!
I'll follow your lead!
Die, damn you!
I need some help! You won't know what hit you!
Best beware! It's a fine thing we've done.
Oh, they come back to
I
life?
shall do it.
Wow. I didn't know they'd just come back to life. Well, that's helpful.
So you were the one fighting Darkspawn. I thought I heard combat. You're the elf I found wandering the forest, aren't you? I'm surprised you have recovered.
You're fighting. Why didn't you help? Idiot.
I would have, had I not been battling them myself. Not all the kills here were yours, as you can see. My name is Duncan, and it's a pleasure to finally meet you. The last time we spoke, you were barely conscious.
Andera Natishan, Duncan of the Grey Wardens. I am Meryl, the Keeper's apprentice.
And I am Fenarel. Did you come here alone, human? Battling all those creatures?
Yes, though I must admit you took a great deal of pressure off me. Your keeper did not send you after me, did she? I told her I would be in no danger.
We're looking for my brother.
So, you and your friend Tamlin both entered this cave, and you saw this mirror.
Yes, he touched the mirror and I blacked out.
I see. That's unfortunate. The Grey Wardens have seen artifacts like this mirror before. It is Tevinter in origin, used for communication. Over time, some of them simply break. They become filled with the same taint as the Darkspawn. Tamlin's touch must have released it. It's what made you sick. And Tamlin too, I presume.
Then we should destroy it. Can we fix it?
Unfortunately, no. It will taint all those who come near it now.
I do not fear this sickness. The Keeper knows how to cure it.
She may have weakened it, but she cannot cure it. Your recovery is only temporary. I can sense the sickness in you, and it is spreading. Look inside yourself, and you will see.
Then what do I do?
First, we deal with the mirror. It is a pestilence and a threat. It is done. Now let's leave this cursed place. I must speak with the Keeper immediately regarding your cure. There is nothing we can do. Let me be very clear. There is nothing you can do for him. He's been tainted for 3 days now, unaided. Through your Keeper's healing arts and your own willpower, you did not die, but Tamlin has no chance. Trust me, when I say that he is gone. Now we should return.
Won't there at least be a body?
The Darkspawn would have taken it.
Why would they take his body? Not to eat it, I hope.
Darkspawn are evil creatures, and it's best to leave it at that. I'm sorry.
I don't want to give up the search.
If you prefer, I can wait outside while you look around, but I assure you, he will not be here. I suggest, however, leaving sooner rather than later. You are sick, whether you feel it or not, and it does you no good to linger. As you wish. I will see you back at camp.
Alright, bye-bye. I'm not leaving him if he's still alive. Oh, and there's sarcophagus.
It shall be done.
Oh no. Maybe I am making a mistake. Buddy.
Let's not waste any time. Let's not waste any time.
Grey Warden is waiting for us
Tamlin's alive.
outside.
He needs us.
He's probably right. Tamlin isn't here. We should return to camp.
I'm not returning to camp. What traps are you stepping on? God, fucking bear traps. Come on, man. Really?
There! More of the fiends ahead!
Oh. That was everywhere, right? And no Tamlin? He'll catch him. Well, damn it. I told him not to touch the mirror. Well, I knew he was gonna die. It was kind of obvious. Still. Poor guy.
I'm relieved you have returned, and I did not expect to see you again so soon, Duncan.
I was not expecting to return so soon either, Keeper.
Dare I ask of Tamlin? What did you find of him? I see. Merrill, what about the mirror? Did you bring anything back?
I can answer that, Keeper. I destroyed the mirror.
I intended to use it to find a cure for this mysterious illness. I trust you had good reasons for your actions.
There is much to discuss, Keeper. I have learned a great deal since I was last here.
Let us speak privately within my Aravel, then, Duncan. Merrill, warn the hunters. If Darkspawn are about, I want the clan prepared.
Manuvinen, Keeper. Right away.
Dalen, allow me some time to speak with Duncan. Seek us out at my Aravel later, and we can discuss your cure.
Let's discuss it
Because
together.
I must talk to your Keeper first. It will not take long.
Tell Haren Pyvel what has occurred. He now has the sad task of preparing a service for the dead. Follow me, Duncan. I'm eager to hear what you have to say.
Oh, but he was my friend. He's gonna show up again. He's gonna say I abandoned him or something. I did not abandon him.
So you return with the Grey Warden, but without Tamlin. What happened, Dalen? Is he truly lost to us? Even if he's not, we must leave soon. To think I'd live to see this. It seems the will of the creators that I sing the dirge for those I held in my arms as babes. I think I know why our immortal ancestors would sleep.
Oh.
Swiftly do stars burn a path across the sky, hastening to place one last kiss upon your eye. Tenderly land enfolds you in slumber, softening the rolling thunder. Dagger now sheathed, bow no longer tense. During this, your last hour, only silence. ancestors did not age as we do. The Shemlen brought a quickening to our blood that changed us forever. Instead of death, those weary of life would pass into Uthenera, the waking slumber. In doing this, they made way for the young. It was supposed to be a beautiful time, a celebration of the Elder's long life and contribution to his people. Alas, we have no such ceremonies these days. Of course. We've no body to return to the soil, but we shall still sing for Tamlin. The creators must come to guide him to the beyond. Tell the Keeper, it shall be done before the clan is ready to move on.
What if he's not dead?
We shall sing for him anyway, and pray he does not suffer. I ask only one thing, if I may. This Grey Warden. You have met him now, yes? Is he a good man?
He saved my life and is a friend to the clan.
Interesting. What is it he talks to the Keeper about, I wonder? Perhaps you should go and ask. Of course. May the gods guide your path, Dalen.
I don't know if this is stealing. I don't think it is.
Begun. As you say.
Huh. Oh, I could use the belt. I have an elven artifact. Huh. Oh, from the guys. This is two-handed, right? Yeah.
I wish we could have found Tamlin.
Oh, your
If
bloody.
those creatures... Oh, I can't bear to think about that. Why do you think the Grey Warden won't tell you about this cure? It seems rather cruel to withhold it.
Yeah, it must be something terrible.
Keeper Marathari won't let him withhold it. I say we get your cure, move the clan north, and put this all behind us.
That's fair. Where do I go to sell things? Oh. I looked at a thing. Hey, Meryl.
I wish we'd had more time to examine those artifacts. Perhaps another time if the Keeper thinks it's wise.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Ah, it's
Oh,
good you're
Paul
well.
and Juna.
You weren't here when Paul arrived, were you?
I've heard of you. Everyone is talking about you and the other missing hunter. A Grey Warden brought you back here.
You're not Dalish, are you?
That obvious, is it? I just found your camp a couple of days ago. A lucky thing. I heard rumors in a nearby human village that a Dalish camp was close, and I hope to find your hunters in the forest.
You were fortunate I didn't shoot you, Paul. I thought you were a Shem, and a bandit at that. You're not the first city elf to rejoin his people. I'm sure you'll find life among us more satisfying than with the Shems, if no less harsh.
In the alienage, we hear terrible stories about the Dalish. They aren't true, right?
You have nothing to worry about, Paul.
Thank you. The clan has been very kind and welcoming. I never expected it to be like this.
Aww. I'm glad we can teach you about our customs. God of Craft.
I'm glad to see you well, Dalin, though you bring sorry news. Should our clan sustain no further losses, we'll count ourselves lucky.
Thank you for the bow, Master Island. It is light and sturdy, much better than the one I made last year.
You are more than welcome. My father made it and used it in battle against the Clane tribes.
I will carry it with honor.
Oh.
Then I am proud to tell it. Our clan was one of the first to flee the Dales. When we came to Ferelden, the fiercest of the Shemlen were the barbarians known as the Clane. We didn't wait for them to attack us. Every Dalish clan in Ferelden united to bring the battle to them.
Whoa.
They were barbarians without honor. They would have slain us without a second thought. The ensuing battle went well for us. That day, we carved out our reputation of being the deadliest archers. Our arrows won us the right to wander these woods at will. It was this very bow that my father used that day.
Thank you for the tale, Master Island, and especially the bow. I will honor its history.
We are all the same clan. His hand is as my hand. I have relinquished nothing. It was my father who first spoke of the Vir Tanadal, the three ways of the hunter. The first is the Vir Asan, the way of the arrow, to reach for our goal unrelenting. The second is the Vir Borasan, the way of the bow, to bend, but not to break. The last is the Vir Adalen, the way of the wood. We are as ancient as the forests, each tree a part of the greater land. All Dalish are united in this. One day, we shall have a homeland again. One of my own crafting, perhaps? May not have a history, but you'll provide one for it soon enough, yes?
Thank you.
Of course. Take whatever you need.
I have lots of things to sell you. Like, is gray iron better than regular iron? Yes, I'll keep it then. Oh, a scout's bow. Oh, a rapid aim, I see. I'll keep that for someone else. Tier 5. Nature selves. Traps. Shards. Why is that so expensive? Jeez. Maybe I should sell the silk carpets. And the bowl. Buy some armor. And a helm. I like this like color change. It's a cool little detail. Oh, dusty scroll. Oh yeah, he gave me a bow. Didn't he? Oh, that was the speedy bow. Whoops. Well, I found another one.
When I grow up, I want to be just like you.
This is a sad day. We mourn those past. Oh, thank the creators you're safe. I questioned the Keeper's wisdom at sending you off while you're still sick, but my doubts were misplaced. You are still feeling well, dear. I've been so worried since that Shemlin brought you back. Everyone fears Tamlin is dead. Is it true?
If he isn't, he's as good as dead.
That's awful. I know how much you and the lad care for each other. It was always my hope that you two... well, let's not dwell on it. You must be more careful. Your mother and father, may they rest in peace, would be horrified to see you take such risks.
Never spoken about
what happened to them is a sad tale, and it's in the past. Reopening old wounds benefits no one.
Oh, I want to know about my past.
True. Perhaps you're old enough to hear this, though it hardly seems like the right time.
Is there ever a good time?
Very well. If I do not tell you now, you'll only wonder. Your mother was a hunter, one of the finest, and your father was the keeper before Marathari. He was with us for a very long time. Your mother was from another clan, and her elders did not approve of the match. She and your father had to meet in secret. One day, bandits caught them alone in the forest. Your father was killed, but your mother escaped.
Huntsman's killed my father? Humans?
Yes, but also city elves too. Those of our kind living with humans do not hold to the old ways. Your mother held to life long enough to give birth to you. But grief racked her heart. One night she simply walked into the moonlight and never returned.
My mother abandoned me?
She just couldn't carry on without your father. The clan decided not to discuss this around you, lest it poison your heart with sadness.
Can't believe I never heard this.
Our people have learned to live with much sorrow. It seemed only right that we not dwell on it. Your mother did leave you a gift. Something of your father's for you to have once you are older. Perhaps the time has come.
You only remember
I was
this
waiting
now?
for the right time, until you were grown. But you are grown now, aren't you? Take this key. You'll see some chests behind the storage Aravel by the Halapan. One of them was your mother's. Its contents are yours if you wish.
Oh. By the Hollis? Over here? Over here. This one, I'm guessing.
Very well.
Heirloom necklace. And a Dalish longbow. Hmm. This is much better. %10 spear resistance. Hmm. Alright, I think it's about time I talk to the Elder.
Your keeper and I have spoken, and we've come to an arrangement that concerns you. My order is in need of help. You are in need of a cure. When I leave, I hope you will join me. You would make an excellent Grey Warden.
Wait, how does that have to do with my cure?
Everything, I'm afraid. The Darkspawn taint courses through your veins. That you recovered at all is remarkable. But eventually the taint will sicken and kill you, or worse. The Grey Wardens can prevent that. But it means joining us.
Can't you just give me the cure?
The cure is only found by joining the Grey Wardens. As sole protectors against the Darkspawn, we're granted some immunity to the taint. But this is not charity. We enlist only the worthy, and you have certainly proven yourself. Should you join, it's unlikely you'll ever be able to return here.
Is the clan sending me away?
A great army of Darkspawn gathers in the south. A new blight threatens the land. We cannot outrun this storm. Long ago, the Dalish agreed to aid the Grey Wardens against a blight should that day arrive. We must honor that agreement. It breaks my heart to send you away, as it would to watch you die slowly from this sickness. This is your duty, and your salvation.
Okay. It's my duty. Then I will go.
I welcome you to the Order. It is rare to have a Dalish amongst us, but they have always served with distinction.
I know you'll do your clan proud, Dalen. Take this ring. It is your heritage, and will protect you against the darkness to come.
A valuable gift. So, are you ready to go?
I'd like to stay for his funeral.
We have much ground to cover, but I cannot deny you that. Say your farewells. Then we must be off.
Come then, Dalen. Before the Creators guide you from us, let your clan embrace you one last time.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korcari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Cailan. I didn't expect a
royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is she?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
I am Lina, Your Majesty.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. You are Dalish, are you not? I hear your people possess remarkable skill and honor.
I thought the humans consider us dangerous vagrants.
To be fair, your people can be a bit standoffish. Not that I blame them, of course. I tell you this, you are very welcome here. The Grey Wardens will benefit greatly with you amongst them. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
I didn't realize things were going so well.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here. Despite the victories so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling. Yet not enough to wait for reinforcements from the Grey Wardens of Orlais. He believes our legend alone makes him invulnerable. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay. Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the Joining, in order to become a Grey Warden. The Joining is what will cure you of the suffering your tainted blood surely brings you. If it had been possible, I would have done it before now.
Why is the ritual so secret?
The Joining is dangerous. I cannot speak more of it except to say that you will learn all in good time. Until then, you must trust that what is done is necessary.
Why didn't you tell me about it before?
It is a secret, and it is not a simple antidote. The Joining is what will make you a Grey Warden.
Am I the only recruit?
No, there are 2 other recruits here already. They have been waiting for us to arrive.
What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
I'm corrupted and bloodied. Alright, I think I'm gonna leave it at here. I'm getting sleepy. I think it's about time for bed. Thank you to the one bot that joined me today, and I will see you next time.